1, 2. Check me out right here, yo.
Yo, the sun don't shine forever, but as long as it's here, then we might as well shine together. Better now than never, business before pleasure. P. Diddy and the fam, who you know do it better. Yeah, right, no matter what, we airtight. So when you hear something, make sure you hear it right. Don't make an ass out of yourself by assuming my music keeps you moving. What are you proving? You know that I'm 2 levels above you, baby. Hug me, baby, I'ma make you love me, baby. Talking crazy ain't gonna get you nothing but choke. And that jealousy is only gonna leave you broke. So the only thing left now is God for these cats. And big, you know you too hard for these cats. I'ma win cause I'm too smart for these cats. While they making up facts, we waking up plaques.
In the commission, you ask for permission to hit him. He don't like me, hit him while wifey was with him. You heard of us, the murderers, most shady. Been on the low lately, the feds hate me. The son is they say my killing's too blatant. You hesitating, I'm in your mama crib waiting. Duct taping, your fam, destiny lays in my hands. Gat lays in my waist. Francis, M to the is phenomenal. Gun rest under your vest, by the abdominal. Rhyme a few bars so I could buy a few cars. Then I kick a few flows so I could pimp a few hoes. Excellence is my presence. Never tense, never hesitate. Leave a nigga bent, real quick, real sick. Wrong nights, I perform like Mike. Anyone, Tyson, Jordan, Jackson, action, back guns, ridiculous. And I'm hit to bust if my engine touch. Kids are girl you touch. In this world I clutch. 2 or 2, toes. Used to call me Fatso, now you call me Castro. My rap flows, militant, y'all faggots ain't killing shit. Oops, Cristal keeps spilling shit. You overdid it, Holmes. You in the danger zone. You shouldn't be alone. Hold hands and say it like me, the most shady. Frankie baby, fantastic, graphic, trying to make dough like Jurassic. Parked in, quick to spark kids who start shit. See me, only me, the underboss of this Holocaust. Truly yours, Frank White.
I got the real live shit from front to back. To my people in the world, where the fuck you at? Where my niggas is at? Where my niggas is at? Where the fuck my bitches at? Where my bitches is at? We got the real live shit from front to back. To my people in the world, where the fuck you at? Where my niggas is at? Where my niggas is at? Where the fuck my bitches at? Where my bitches is at?
Money on the table and get your math on. Break it down, split it up, get your laugh on. See you later, dog, I'ma get my stash on. There's a bag full of money that I get my ass on. I never lose the passion to go platinum. Said I live it up till all the cash gone. Ain't that funny? Only use plastic, crafted to make classics. Hotter than acid, PD, blowing on your tape of CD. The Billboard killer, no team iller. The famo, ammo is every channel. We've been hot for a long time, burning like a candle. What you can do is check your distribution. My songs bump in Houston like Scarface produced them. You ain't got it like me, you just mad cause I tell her how it is and you tell her how it might be.
We got this shit mapped tight, brass knuckles and flashlights. The heaters and the 2-seaters, the 2 meters, semi-retars, kiss rings when you meet us. We Biddy run the city, show no pity. I'm the witty one, Frank the crook from the brook. Maddie broke the neck of your foot for neck. No respect, squeeze off to all black diminish. Shootouts for 20 minutes until we finish. Then it's to the loot, escape in the coupe, break bread with the kiss. Panero, sheep mooch, black rock, turn them on. It ain't no replacing him, niggas step up. We just macing them, placing them in funerals. Criminals turn the vows to Brick City. Nobody come off like P. Diddy. Business wise, I play men. Hard money on the island Cayman. Y'all just betray men, we spray men. Opposition, competition of the day in the life of the commission.
We got the real live shit from front to back. To my niggas in the world, where the fuck you at? Where my niggas is at? Where my niggas is at? Where the fuck my bitches at? Where my bitches is at? We got the real live shit from front to back. To my niggas in the world, where the fuck you at? Where my niggas is at? Where my niggas is at? Where the fuck my bitches at? Where my bitches is at? We got the real live shit from front to back. To my niggas in the world, where the fuck you at? Where my niggas is at? Where my niggas is at? Where the fuck my bitches at? Where my bitches is at? We got the real live shit from front to back. To my niggas in the world, where the fuck you at? Where my niggas is at? Where my niggas is at? Where the fuck my bitches at? Where my bitches is at? We got the real live shit.
So fucked up now. What I'ma do now? Huh? What I'ma do now? It's all fucked up now.
Hi, I'm Chris Walker. I'm a Florida amateur mixed martial arts fighter. I'm a 2-belt holder at the 145-pound class. I'm also a 145-pound state champion in Muay Thai. I've been doing martial arts since I was 3 years old, and this is kind of how I got into it. I started as a troubled kid in daycare, and I had a karate instructor who came in and wanted to teach summer camps. I started my summer camps. I fell in love with it since Daniel San and the Karate Kid, and it kind of stuck with me ever since. About age 6, I started with Mike Smith at the Masters Karate School, and he's been my sole martial arts instructor since then. I still train under him. He's raised me all the way through. I started then, and I got my black belt in 1997 at 13 years old as a national champion. My instructor made us set goals and achieve the goals before we could get our belts, so I had to be a forms and fighting national champion before I could get my black belt, and that's what I did. After receiving my black belt at 13, I moved into the competitive karate circuit. It's a real fast-paced, first-to-score, light contact sparring, as well as forms and weapons. This is a big thing in the karate world, and it trains and teaches a lot of movement and angles. After I received my black belt, I started to travel around in the national karate circuit, where I competed in some of the biggest tournaments in the world. The biggest tournament in the world and the only karate tournament to be televised is the US Open World Championships held in Orlando. I've won that tournament probably 12 times, 12 different years, and I've been on stage and on ESPN for those competitions, as well as the Irish Open, which is the biggest fighting tournament in the entire world. That's held in Dublin, Ireland every March. I've been over there. I've won the continuous sparring as well as point sparring and forms in that competition. This year will be my first competition into full contact kickboxing, and hopefully I can bring back good results as well. I travel all around the world through sponsorship from my martial arts team. We're the US All-Star Karate team. We're sponsored by Top 10, which is the biggest company for karate gear or for combat sports gear in the world. So you know, they kind of help us out and sponsor our team and help with our travels, so that way we can get to all these prestigious events. To be able to be sponsored in this kind of way is a really big deal in our world. So we're on the best karate team in the world. Traveled Austria, Italy, Greece, Mexico, Africa, everywhere, you know, Korea. Everywhere you can think of martial arts and fighting, we've gone, and our team has dominated for the last 10 years. So, you know, I conquered that world first, and then moved into the progression for the kickboxing and the full contact and the MMA. So where you can start in one aspect, you can transition to anything else you want. I easily transitioned into high school wrestling when I got there. I ended up placing 4th in state my senior year at Meriden High School. And from there, I continued on into kickboxing. That was my first love, stand-up. And I competed all over the world doing karate and kickboxing. I've been to 5 out of the 7 continents, and I've traveled all over. Shortly after that, probably 2011, I got the green light to go ahead and train MMA. First fight was December 2011, and I won by armbar, which is submission hold. So after that, I continued on. I did several MMA fights. I train here at Unlimited Kickboxing, the martial arts studio with my instructor Mike Smith, and I train out in Orlando at the Jungle. Those guys are owned by professional UFC fighters, and so that's where I had to go to get to the next level. From there, training, working hard. I'm 5-0 in MMA. Then I blew out my knee, did a full rupture and tear of my ACL, my MCL, and my meniscus. I'm now on the road to my recovery and hopefully coming back in to fight in February. It's been a long, hard road. I've now recovered from surgery 7 months, and I'm about 80% cutting the weight, still getting back into shape and strengthening my leg. It's been a very trying and humbling experience. I've never really got any injuries. I've kind of just skated through my martial arts career safe and sound, and this is a big obstacle to overcome. You know, you don't know how to stand back tall until you've fallen. So this is where I'm at, and it's proving to be a great experience in my character. Hopefully February I'll be back. I'll be back in the ring fighting. I have one more amateur fight that I need to do before I can go be a pro and make real money.